Hi all, this is Dr. Chase. Recently we've seen an increased number of people wearing masks due to government mandates and businesses requiring employees to wear a mask. So what I've noticed about masks is a lot of people coming in who've had to wear them for a long time. I hear multiple complaints. There are some people, it doesn't bother them at all. They don't have any symptoms from it. Other people, one of the most frequent things I hear is that my jaw hurts after wearing this mask for a long time. Some people, they notice that their ears hurt after wearing the mask for a long time. And there's others that have said, yeah, it's tough for me to breathe when I'm wearing the mask a long time. So today I want to explain to you why that's the case. So we got someone here who has to wear a mask for long periods of time in work. And when you look at masks, if you look at them, the vector angle they go at is they bring the lower jaw towards the ear. When it does that, it brings this part of your jaw, it brings it up and back. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, it's such a small piece of material, it's weak, it shouldn't make any difference. But some of the masks are very tight. It definitely pulls at that angle. But for some individuals, just having something physically there from the jaw to the ear, their jaw naturally wants to go forward, but when you have that restriction here and here, it forces the jaw up and back. So this does several things. One of the things it does is it brings the teeth together and it makes the teeth clench. When the teeth clench, it fires what's called your sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is the fight or flight part of your nervous system. It should only be turned on when you're in emergency situations. But when you have those teeth clenched for a long time, that system gets turned on and it stays on a while. When that system's turned on too long, it causes stress and inflammation in the body. It really wreaks havoc on the body. The second thing it does is it restricts your oxygen or airway. It's well known in CPR that if someone doesn't have a good airway, you gotta bring the jaw forward. So whenever you're wearing a mask and the lower jaw goes up and back, you're restricting airway, meaning you're restricting oxygen in the body. When you don't have as much oxygen in the body, your body doesn't heal as well. Also, again, when you bring that lower jaw up and back, it creates more stress on the TMJ joint. So that's what you see from these angles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to correct all these problems that this patient's experiencing right now. So you're welcome to take off your mask now. When I correct this, again, we know that clenching the teeth for a long time fires sympathetics. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to turn on what's called the parasympathetic nervous system. That's opposite of the sympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is your rest and digest part of your nervous system. That helps your body to be able to relax and heal, sleep, digest food. So the way I'm going to turn it on, I was going to use the Tennant biomodulator right here. So what I'm going to do, just let me know when you feel a tingle, okay? It's kind of like a little vibration or tingle. So the Tennant biomodulator, what it is, got it? It is a microcurrent biofeedback device. That's a fancy way of saying it sends healing frequencies into the body, and it's like a computer. It reads how the body responds to the healing frequencies being sent in, and it adapts how the signal's sent in based on the body's needs. When I put the biomodulator here, this, we've found, turns on your parasympathetic nervous system. Again, when you're wearing that mask and you're clenching those teeth, the sympathetics are going to fire. So right now, we're turning on parasympathetics so that we don't have to fight with gravity and so that her body can relax. We can get better change faster. Okay, just going to hold it on about a minute or so here. Wait for a beep. There we go. Okay. Now that that's done, I'm going to assess how the jaw is doing. So what I want you to do, I want you to open your jaw for me. Close, open, close. Okay. What I'm feeling from her jaw right now is that there's a lot more movement on this right side and there's less movement on this left side. That usually means the disc that connects the two jaw joints is going straight out. So do you get pain in your jaw then after wearing the mask a while?
Yeah, I do.
Which side do you feel it on more, left or right?
This side, right.
Okay, so even though the disc is going on the left, it's common for the opposite side to have more pain because this side of our jaw is doing all the work because this side doesn't have as much movement. So we're going to correct that right now. So come around here, open for me, close. I'm going to use this instrument here, sends a mechanical frequency to relax this joint here to put that disc back in place. Open slowly for me, close, open slowly. There you go, good, relax. One more spot here. Open slowly for me, close, open slowly for me. There you go. So after I do that, I need to check how this jaw's going now. Open, close. All right, still a little bit of restriction. Quite common to see that with the mask. So whenever there's a restriction, there's usually a muscle right here that's overly tight. So I gotta release this muscle too. So what I'm gonna do, I want you to open slowly for me, your jaw, open, close, go right here. Open slowly, there you go. Okay, we're gonna have you open your jaw again for me, open, close. All right, still not as much movement on that left side as the right, not balanced or even yet. So I'm gonna go up here, I'm going to these muscles called the temporalis muscles. These muscles are a big deal. They go all the way from your head to your jawline. So for anyone who has seen a pit bull dog, if you notice pit bulls, their heads are so wide at the top, and that's all muscle. That's what makes their bites so powerful. So this muscle right here, there's some what's called trigger points in this muscle. Trigger points shorten the muscle so they can't lengthen as well, and they can also cause pain and inflammation. So I'm just gonna get these trigger points out here really fast. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see how things are doing now. Okay, open your jaw for me, close. All right, so we're getting a little by little closer, but there's still not enough movement. And it's no surprise that they're experiencing jaw pain with these masks. We gotta address all parts of the biomechanics of the jaw. So I'm gonna look here to see how the palate is doing here. Open for me, close, open, close, open, close. So the right palate is dropping. A lot of people think that our bones in our skull are fused. That's actually not the case. They actually move together. They create something called the craniosacral pump. So you got a pump up here at your head and one at your tailbone. They pump back and forth. Boom, 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 boom. This is an important pump because this pump pumps something called cerebrospinal fluid. Cerebrospinal fluid surrounds your brain and your spinal cord. When this pump is moving right, it pumps toxins out of the brain and spinal cord and nutrients in. Now, your palate actually makes up part of that pump. So when one side is dropping, that pump's not going to pump like we want it to. I'm going to push it back in place here so we get a good pumping action. So what I want you to do, I want you to put your right hand behind your head for me. Okay. I want you to open your mouth here. Okay. I want you to take a deep breath in for me. And out. Take a deep breath in. And out. Take a deep breath in. And out. Take a deep breath in. There you go. Good job. So, let's recheck. Open, close, open, close. We're basically there. The last thing I want to do is, again, When this mask brings this jaw up and back, it has a tendency to shorten some of these facial muscles. When I talked about trigger points, or knots in the muscle that I felt up here, actually occur in the mouth and the face too. So, I gotta feel around the mouth, and I am gonna release any trigger points I feel. Open your mouth here for me. And we already found a knot in the muscle right here. So I'm just gonna go till we get this muscle to release there. There you go. And one right there too. There you go. Let's see how this side. Another trigger point here. Again, these knots in the muscles create overly tight face muscles, which will restrict oxygen. When you also release these muscles, you get better facial tone. So you don't have the saggy feeling skin. There you go. Okay. Now we're gonna recheck. Open for me, close, open, close. There we go. Now the jaw is completely balanced. So again, not everyone gets side effects from the mask, but it's important to know there are patients I see, it does create jaw pain. There's other patients where it creates ear pain. There's other patients where they feel like they can't breathe as well and it restricts their oxygen. Based on everything I explained with the biomechanics today, all three of these make sense, and it can happen in any case. So if you do have to wear a mask, make sure you're getting your jaw checked and worked on by someone you trust. Hope y'all have a wonderful weekend and be well.